Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Randolph,
And I am Jaydee.
and welcome to another episode of Tara Usap Tayo.
This episode is in collaboration with the Coffee Concept. No coffee maker? We gotcha. Taste the quality of Philippine coffee without using a coffee maker through a new drip coffee product brought to you by the Coffee Concept.
Brew instantly by adding hot water and enjoy the flavor of fresh roasted coffee. Perfect for personal use. Bring it to the office, when traveling, or when you just feel like having good coffee. Perfect for your caffeine fix.
But wait, there's more. Need a relaxing drink after a tiring day at work? Coffee Concept also offers all natural teas.
They offer puchi tea that contains butterfly pea and jasmine, hibiscus sangria that contains hibiscus flower, cranberry, orange, and rose chips, and acai green tea that contains green tea, bamboo, mint, and tarragon.
You can reach Coffee Concept through Miss Karen Salonga by dialing 0915-877-2089. Again, that's 0915-877-2089.
Or you can conveniently send them a message through Facebook. Just you just have to type coffee concept.
But Randolph, do you know that what goes perfect with coffee and tea?
What, JD?
Bread and pastries, of course.
And where can we get the perfect bread and pastry for our coffee?
I'm glad that you asked. We are proud to announce that the Tara Usap Tayo has formed another collaboration with the Pancho's Lab.
Pancho's Lab offers various breads and other pastries that will go perfectly with your coffee. Some of their best sellers are mini mangoes cheesecake and mini cinnamon roll.
Each product is homemade with love and perfection that ensures a soft, moist, and delicious flavor in every bite.
You can reach Pancho's Lab by dialing 0975-378-4414. Again, that's 0975-378-4414.
You can also visit their Facebook and Instagram page. Just type Pancho's Lab and you will find all their delicate baked goods that is perfect for your tea and coffee.
Okay, so welcome everyone for to the third episode of Tara Usap Tayo. So uh, last week we posted something in our Facebook, and then we asked you guys, our listeners, to ask us anything that you want to ask about college life. So, ang target audience natin ngayon ay yung mga papasok ng college this coming school year 2020-2021. And tinanong namin kayo and you have sent your questions and sasagutin namin sila ngayong gabi. Kaso, na-delay kami. Okay, we were supposed to post this podcast last Sunday but eventually merong mga pangyayari na hindi naman natin gusto. And then sabi namin magpo-post kami sa Tuesday kaso may nangyari ulit na hindi natin gusto. Kaya ngayon namin ipopost itong podcast na to. We're sorry about the delay and I hope you can still continue supporting Tara Usap Tayo. Okay. So now, let's move on to the questions that we have received from different social media.
Our topic before this week?
Sorry, JD. Our topic for this week is hot tips for incoming college Frosh. Okay, so just so you know,
Wow.
FYI lang, we call those freshman people, yung mga papasok ng college, we call them Frosh. So masanay na kayo kapag may tumawag sa inyo, di ba, uy, Frosh yan. So masanay na kayo. We call those incoming college students as Frosh.
Sometimes it's Freshies, depende.
Sometimes it's Freshies, depende sa school. Pero
Culture.
in our culture, dalawa naman yung ginagamit, Freshie or Frosh. Okay. So we've garnered questions and we will answer it with the best of our ability. Aside from questions, we also garnered comments
Comment.
from you, our listeners. So let's uh, let's start. JD, why don't you read the first question from Twitter?
Okay, the first question we have from Twitter is that is it true that the first year in college is the hardest? If so, what can we do as college freshmen to ease up and get used to the changes we will be facing in college?
Okay.
So ano masasabi mo dito?
Masasabi ko, siguro kaya nila nasasabi na yung first year in college daw yung the hardest kasi siguro meron silang adjustment period. And yes, totoo na you really need to adjust a lot kasi iba yung environment nyo ng high school at iba yung environment nyo sa college. Tandaan nyo, sa college, iba't iba kayo ng pinanggalingan, iba't ibang kultura. So, you as an individual, kailangan mong mag-adjust. And syempre, iba na rin yung way ng pagtuturo sa college. So, medyo kailangan nyo rin mag-adjust sa pag-aaral nyo kasi unlike sa high school na nagtuturo yung teachers, ganyan, merong mga prof sa college, let's not sugarcoat it, may mga prof sa college na ang technique nila sa pagtuturo ay self-learning. And then magtatanong-tanong na lang sila sa class. Tinatawag natin na Socratic method. So inaasahan nila na binasa niya na lahat ng material and then magtatanong-tanong na lang siya. But to answer your question, no. First year is not the hardest year in college. I am telling you. So, ano nga bang pinakamahirap na year for college sa'yo, JD?
To answer that, of course, ang pinaka nahirapan ako is fourth year.
Fourth year.
Kasi yun
Bakit
na yung
naman?
yun na yung nandyan na yung you had to go to on campus, OJT,
Mhm.
and then that's the world of work. Kasi pag mag-aaral ka, okay lang eh. Pero kapag may makaka-encounter ka na ng ibang tao, may kailangan mo na makisama, that's actually the difficult part. And of course, research. But I think our research was done third year, right?
Yes, third year.
So third year pala ang pinakamahirap for me. Yes, I think third year.
Yes,
Third year then fourth.
ako din, third year din ako nahirapan kasi nandoon yung research or yung in other courses they call it thesis. Kami kasi as
Correct.
science major, we call it research.
Research.
So,
Yeah. Tapos
yung
hindi pa yung hindi lang yung research na isang subject. Research 1, may research 2 pa. Then kasabay
yes.
pa nun yung mga core subjects natin.
So, yun nga, research. Tapos, siguro nagpahirap nung third year natin. Kasi may kasabay tayong internship nung summer. Di ba nung summer, nagre-research pa tayo. So,
Yeah.
research plus internship, medyo mahirap.
Yes. Tapos, ang mas mahirap pa doon, magkakaiba tayo ng ng location ng internship natin na science internship. Maiba na sa laboratory ng ganitong location, maiba. Tapos you have to meet for your research pa.
Yes,
Kaya
totoo yun. So, yun yung, for us, third year ang pinakamahirap. To answer your second question, so what can you do to ease up the changes? Ano masasabi mo, JD? What can you do?
Kasi every year level, iba-iba yan ng difficulty. For first year, may hirapan ka talaga mag-adjust. Saka iba-iba kasi kayo ng experiences eh. Parang, in this situation, ibang experiences ng freshie na to sa isa pang freshie. But I think ang maipapayo ko sa incoming freshmen to ease up and get used to changes is that wag niyong pilitin, wag niyong biglain. Let the feeling of nervousness, let the feeling of fear sometimes be there, no? But don't let it consume you. Don't let it stay there. Kasi it's a process eh. wag niyong biglain na, ay, college na ako agad. There's still a transition. Kaya nasasabing, kagaya na nabanggit kanina, kaya nasasabi na mahirap ang college kasi, ang first year college, kasi yun yung transition mo. Yung transition mo that you're already entering a new environment. Ika nga, higher education na.
Yes.
Diba?
Ako siguro, ang maisasagot ko dun sa what can you do to ease up, siguro, unplug once in a while. Hindi yung puro aral. Kasi talagang mababurn out kayo kung puro aral. So, try to hang out with your friends. Kasi college is not just all about studying. It's all about experiencing the real world. So, saan mo ba may experience yung real world kung hindi sa labas ng apat na sulok ng classroom nyo? But don't get me wrong ha, hindi masama yung to eat out with friends, like yung pumunta kayo sa iba't ibang lugar para kumain and to experience things. Pero you balance it out. Hindi naman yung puro labas lang din. Kasi wala ring mangyayari. Huwag din naman yung puro aral kasi mababurn out ka.
Yes. So I hope we're able to answer your question.
Yes. And good luck kung saan ka man mag-aaral. I'm sure you can do it. Okay.
Good
Next.
luck.
Next, we have a comment from Facebook. Okay, so sabi ng comment, bilang isang magiging kolehiyo, syempre, magkahalo ang tuwa at kaba. Sapagkat magkakaroon ako ng bagong mga kaibigan at bagong environment. Anong masasabi mo, Jaydee?
Of course, ganun din. Same kami ng experiences. Magkahalong tuwa at kaba. Kasi bagong environment talaga yung haharapin mo. Lalo na kung, example, kasi may ibang estudyante na nag-aral sa lab school ng university. Tapos pumunta sa college level. So yon yung transition level nun hindi siguro ganun kalaki. But for someone na galing sa ibang environment, say you are from province, tapos pumunta ka sa Metro Manila to take your college, o kaya naman ibang-iba yung environment mo sa college na harapin mo, 'di ba? So nakakakaba talaga. But normal lang kabahan. Normal lang kabahan kapag incoming freshies ka. Kasi kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, it's a process. But at the same time, normal lang din na matuwa. Kasi syempre, hindi lahat ay nabibigyan ng pagkakataon na makapag-aral sa college.
And siguro ang comment ko dito or ang reaction ko dito, yes, tama ka, Jaydee. Okay lang kabahan. And you should feel that nervousness. It's part of the experience. Pero aside from that, you also need to be excited. Mas lalo na yung bagong environment. Yun, sa tingin ko, yun yung pinaka kung saan ako natuwa, yung bagong environment. Kasi syempre, malayo ka kung saan ka nasanay. For example, kasi kunwari, nasa isang community ka or nasa isang city ka, syempre alam mo na yung galawan doon. Ngayon, pag nasa ibang environment ka, may excite ka kasi marami kang matututunan. Okay? As I've said before, ang pagkatuto sa college, hindi lang sa classroom. Pati yung experience mo, marami kang matututunan. Yung simpleng pagko-commute mo lang, going to work, going to school, and going back home, marami kang realizations. So, embrace the new environment. Alam kong medyo intimidating siya. Yun yung feeling ko, yun yung ibang yun yung kadalasang reason ng ibang students kung bakit gusto nila pumasok dun sa kung saan malapit sila. But yung bagong environment, it's one of the most exciting thing about entering college. Kasi nandun yung spontaneous, yung bigla-bigla. Spontaneous siya. And yun yung nakaka-excite kasi hindi mo alam yung pwedeng mangyari. Hindi siya planado, kumbaga. So it's really an adventure. Entering college, entering a new environment is really an adventure. Okay. Okay. Next, For question number 2, why don't you read, Jaydee? Question number 2.
Question number 2, ano-ano ang mga dapat gawin at hindi dapat gawin sa college? Nako.
Okay, so medyo mahaba-habang list ang mga dapat at
Tsaka
hindi
depende.
dapat gawin. Siguro, sige, magbigay na lang tayo ng isang hindi dapat gawin.
So, or general, mga general na
Oo,
hindi
mga
dapat
general.
gawin.
Sige, doon muna tayo
Ano
sa
po sabi?
positive naman tayo. Doon muna tayo sa dapat gawin. Can you give one thing na dapat gawin ng isang estudyante sa college?
Of course, yung pinakamahalaga na dapat mong gawin at tandaan mo, the reason why you are in college is to study. But do not study hard. Do not study hard. Study wisely. Doc Bry Limson, 2015.
And what does studying wisely mean, JD?
Means that,
Klaruhin natin sa ating listeners.
kasi hindi naman lahat ng, when you study hard kasi, parang you're just studying to the test. But when you're studying wisely, you're understanding it, and you are getting the important concepts. Kasi to be honest, you cannot memorize an entire book unless otherwise you're a super genius, no? Pero ako nga, you don't have to memorize an entire book. You just have to understand the gist, the key concepts, no? And then be able to relate it. Kasi, di ba, I think that's the best thing na dapat mong gawin bilang estudyante. Mag-aral ka. Kasi kaya ka nga nandun, pinapaaral ka ng magulang mo, ng pamahalaan, ng eskwelahan, di ba? Para mag-aral. Yun yung, I believe that's the primary role of a student.
Yes, and to add to that, kaya nasabi ni JD na study wisely kasi ito a little glimpse of college life. Sa college, hindi siya tulad ng high school na bawat kibot may quiz. Ganon. Depende sa professor mo. Minsan kasi, kadalasan may mga professors na 3 or 2 beses lang magpapa-exam. And ang nakakatakot doon, nag-iipon-ipon lahat ng kailangan mong aralin. Okay? Nag-iipon-ipon lahat ng kailangan mong aralin. So, saan papasok yung study wisely? Kasi kung study hard, hindi mo kayang aralin lahat. Example, 5 topics, 5 lessons yung naubos or naipon, 'di ba? Ang hirap nun aralin lahat. So study wisely, kaya namin nasabi study wisely kasi you just need to understand and you need to know the important facts. Kasi mababaliw ka kung aaralin mo siyang lahat. Siguro ang magandang sa study wisely, know what to study. Don't study everything.
Yes,
know what to study. Okay, ako
sometimes,
naman, yes.
Sometimes yung sa know what to study, yung laging nababanggit ng professor mo, yun yung lagi niya na sa side notes, gano'n.
Yes.
Kaya makinig din, hindi lang, baka mamaya kinakuha nyo lang yung PowerPoint or presentation.
Maganda talagang nagti-take notes. Theories of learning. 'Di ba? Mas natututo ang isang tao the more senses na ginagamit niya. So, it's really best for you to write. Kasi nakikinig ka na, binabasa mo pa yung sinasabi ng prof sa PowerPoint. Plus, you're doing action. So, the more senses that you're using, mas madali mong matatandaan ng isang bagay. So, wag lang kayong manghingi ng PowerPoint. Okay? Take notes. So, ako siguro ang payo ko doon. So, ano ang dapat gawin? So, na-discuss na natin yung yung education side. Let's discuss the social side. Ano bang dapat gawin? Dapat mong piliin ang magiging friends mo. Yan. Dapat mong piliin yung magiging friends mo. So, what do I mean by that? Let me clarify. Baka mamaya sabihin nyo, anti-social ako. Okay, so, kasi sa college, dahil nga nanggaling kayo sa iba't ibang lugar, hindi maiiwasan yung mga nang peer pressure. Okay? So, dahil nga nasa ibang environment kayo, meron yung mga bagay na yung mga tao na ipapatry sa inyo. Okay? So, kung alam nyo naman na hindi makakabuti sa'yo yung dapat nyong itry, or hindi na nakakabuti yung tao, or toxic yung tao, you need to learn how to let go. Okay? So, yun lang. In the social side of it, dapat mong piliin yung magiging friends mo. So, ano ba dapat yung friends na pinipili? So, uh, choose friends that will build you up. Yung imo-motivate ka, pareho kayong nag-grow, hindi yung hinihilaan kayo pababa. That would be very tiring, nakakapagod emotionally, and nakakapagod din mentally and physically. Okay. So, ano naman yung doon sa hindi dapat gawin sa college?
Sa hindi dapat gawin, I'll go to the social side din.
Okay, sige, go.
Siguro. Sa hindi dapat gawin, huwag mong do not disrespect your friends, especially your professors. At the end of the day, no matter what, teacher mo pa rin yung kausap mo.
Yes.
No? At the end of the day, hindi lang yung dahil sila yung may hawak ng grade mo, ha. But they are still your teachers, your mentors, and they're doing their best to teach you, of course. Pero kung sakasakali man na may mga pagkakaiba kayo ng principles, you can talk with your professor or with your friends naman with respect pa rin. You can do table battles, friendly debate and discussions, but never engage disrespectful dialogues with your teachers. Yun yung isa sa mga natutunan.
Okay,
Kasi, ano pa rin yun it's a matter of respect.
Yes. Ako naman, hindi dapat gawin, punta tayo sa education side. Hindi mo dapat ipunin yung trabaho mo. Okay? In short, do not cram. Okay? Kasi sa college, I'm telling you, ang daming kailangan gawin. Ang daming kailangan ipasa, ang daming submissions, ang daming requirements. Yung nararamdaman yung requirements, mahirap sa high school, wala pa yan. Mas madami sa college. Okay? I'm not trying to intimidate you. It's just real. I'm just trying to be realistic. Yun yung totoong nangyayari sa college. So, dapat time management. Alam mo yung dapat mong gawin agad para dapat marunong ka ring mag-prioritize rather, para hindi ka nagka-cram. Kasi pag nag-cram ka, mawawalan ng quality yung work mo, mai-stress ka. Meron lang yung unneeded stress. Yung stress na hindi mo kailangan. Okay? And trust me, it will affect your health. Okay? It will affect your health a lot. And yun lang yung masasabi kong hindi mo dapat gawin.
Yes. Lastly pala, Randolf, before we proceed to the next, is that ano yung dapat mong gawin? Generally.
Yes.
Always pursue academic excellence.
Yes,
and moral
that's right.
Do not settle for less when you can have more.
Yes. And siguro sa hindi dapat gawin, counterpart nun, don't settle for mediocrity. Okay, so hindi maganda yung, ay okay na yan. You always strive your best. Kasi merong unspoken rule sa college, and napansin ko siya, okay, kapag kilala ka ng prof mo, mas mataas ang grade mo. And paano ka makikilala ng prof mo? Okay? Kasi madami kayo Madami kayong hinahandle ng prof nyo. So, paano ka makikilala ng prof mo? Magpakilala ka through your work. Kasi, believe it or not, binabasa yan ng prof nyo. Kaya huwag kayong maglalagay ng kanta sa inyong mga essay, huwag kayong maglalagay ng lyrics, kasi binabasa niya yan. Okay? Binabasa niya yan. Okay. So, paano kayo makikilala? Makikilala kayo through your work. Kapag nagustuhan niyo yung work mo, good quality, everything, makikilala ka niya. And trust me, kapag nakilala ka ng prof mo, tataas ang grade mo. But don't get me wrong, huwag kang maging sip-sip, okay? Kasi kapag naging sip-sip ka, naging teacher's pet ka, hindi lang yung prof mo yung maiinis sa'yo. Maiinis din sa'yo yung mga kaklase mo o yung mga batchmates mo.
Yes. That's true.
So, let's now move on to comment number 2. Okay, comment number 2. As an incoming freshman po, syempre both nervous and excited po ako sa magiging experience namin. Ask ko lang po kung may mabibigay po kayong tips sa aming mga magka-college para makapag-adjust kaagad kami sa new environment na makakasalamuhan namin sa pagpasok this school year. Thank you po. So I think this is more of the social side of it. So what can you say?
Ano ba? Again, there's actually no perfect tip for incoming freshmen. We can only give you general tips.
Yes.
Kasi iba-iba kayo ng experiences before you enter the university, and at the same time iba-iba kayo ng experiences when you enter the university, depending on the culture of the university, of course, depending on the culture of your friends and colleagues and classmates na makakasama sa university. But generally, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, take the adjustment process as is. Huwag mong biglain, huwag mong pilitin. Do not immediately jump sa thought na, yes, nandun na yung thought mo, ay, college ako, I have to think like this, I have to think like that. But do not push it too much. Do not pressure yourself too much because it's still a process. And yung sinasabi niya makapag-adjust agad, I can't give a tip for agad-agad na adjustment. Pero ang may bibigay ko is that know your school. Know the history of your university as much as possible.
Culture.
Know the core of your university, of your school. Know the importance and relevance of your school in the society. Because then, mararamdaman mo na, ay, ganito kami, ganito ako. You will already start to embody the course or the attitudes or attributes of a student. Kasi bawat university may brand. Diba? When you try to understand the brand of your school, mas napapalapit ka. Halimbawa, like you're from PNU. The core of your school is truth, excellence, and service. You have to embody that. You have to practice that at maramdaman mo sa sarili mo, ay, PNU1 ako. Tapos, pag mga state universities, other state university, ay, scholar ako ng bayan. When you embody that, doon mo mararamdaman na, ay, college na ako. Lasallian ako. Diba? O kaya, yun na, PNU1 ako. Scholar ako ng bayan. PUP-an ako. PUP-an ako. Diba? O kaya, anak ako ni Inang Pamantasan. I'm a Green Archer. O kaya, I'm a Blue Eagle. Yun yung time na mararamdaman mo na you are already in college. Kasi you are already embracing the culture of the school. Siguro yun yung masasabi ko para lang mas, hindi agad-agad ha, pero para lang mas mabilis mo maramdaman na nasa college ka na. Yes. When you already feel your environment and you already walk with certain level of pride na,
yes,
na this is my brand, this is our school. I am carrying the brand of our school.
Yes.
Kahit freshman ka pa lang, dapat iniisip mo na yun.
Yes, kasi kapag once you enter a certain school, meron siyang status na kasama. Okay? Hindi mo 'yon mapipigilan. let's say, ay, taga-UP, may status yon. Taga-Lasal, may status yon. And you should embody that status. You should embody the school spirit. Okay? Kasi you are carrying the name of the school. Kung ano yung pinaglalaban ng school mo, ikaw ang nagdadala nun.
Yes, that's true. So, yun nga.
Yes.
Para maka-adjust ka, feel it. Feel your school.
And
Feel the
siguro,
environment.
masasabi ko lang doon sa, meron kasi siyang statement na makasalamuhan namin pagpasok sa school. Siguro, in terms of being social, medyo mahirap gumalaw sa college. So what you need is makiramdam. Be empathetic about it. You need to learn how to empathize. Kailangan meron kang strong sense of empathy. Kasi minsan, hindi natin maiiwasan na meron kang kinagisnan na hindi pala gusto ng ibang tao. Na akala mo sa'yo, sa moral mo, okay lang. Pero hindi gusto ng isa. And ikaw, as a person, you need to compromise. Kailangan mag-adjust kayong dalawa. Kasi hindi pwedeng yung isa lang yung mag-a-adjust, hindi pwedeng yung isa lang yung mag-a-adjust. So yun lang. Kailangan mong makiramdam sa mga makakasama mo. Okay? And another tip, don't be a people pleaser. Okay? Because you cannot please everyone. Hindi mo mapapasaya ang lahat. And don't even try na pasayahin ng lahat kasi mapapagod ka emotionally. Okay? Remember, may mga tao talagang hindi matutuwa sa'yo. And minsan makakaaway mo sila. And the best thing that you can do is learn from that experience. Na kunwari, may nakaaway kang isang batchmate, learn from that experience. And then, although kahit sabihin natin na hindi nyo na maibalik yung relationship nyo, I think the best thing that you could take from that is the lesson. Lagi.
Yeah.
Yung lesson na nakuha mo. And I'm telling you, pagkatapos mo sa college, pagdating mo sa trabaho, magagamit mo yon. Lahat ng napag-aralan na natutunan mo in terms of socializing, magagamit mo siya sa trabaho, sa workplace. Anything more to add?
Wala na.
Wala na. Okay. Now, let's move on to our third question, again from Facebook. Anong tips ang maipapayo mo sa mga incoming college student, like guide about sa tatahakin nilang kurso? So siguro let's give a generalized tip about this.
Okay. So, for this question, a guide sa tatahaking kurso, before you enter college, you already have thoughts naman, di ba? Kung ano na yung gusto mong kuning kurso. When you enter school, know kung ano yung forte nila, kung ano yung specialization, I guess. No? And depende din kasi kung semestral, trimestral, or block section ba kayo or hindi. Kasi iba-iba ng iba-iba yung school. But majorly, when you enter a school, it's all about you. When you enter a course, it's all about you. Think long term. Ano yung gusto mong maging? Generally, ang may papayo ko for incoming freshmen sa tatahakin yung course is that mararamdaman mo naman kung para doon ka. Mararamdaman mo kung para doon ka. And to be honest, a short sharing, no, most of my friends took engineering program. I wanted to become an engineer. But when the Lord placed me in the normal, no, I fell in love with teaching immediately. And right now, I'm teaching at an engineering school. Diba? So, yung tatahakin mong kurso, minsan hindi yung gusto mo. Minsan gusto ng mama mo, minsan gusto ng iba. Pero of course, gusto nating sundin yung kung ano yung gusto mo talaga. But for people like me that I really had no choice but to take my program before, ngayon, natutunan ko siyang yakapin at tanggapin ang tinahak kong kurso. Diba? Ayun lang siguro ang maipapayo ko. Tsaka be passionate enough. Be passionate sa tinatahak mong course. Kasi kung eventually, kung hindi ka talaga sure sa pinasok mo, huwag mo na lang sayangin yung mga susunod na years kung hindi mo talaga gusto. Look something that you are passionate about or passionate
Yes.
about. Kasi sayang naman, di ba? If you really wanted to become someone different from tinatahak mong program, at kaya mo naman, financially capable naman kayo, go ahead.
Yes. Siguro ako naman, kasi sabi niya guide about sa tatahakin nilang kurso. Hindi kasi namin masabi kasi isang course lang naman ang nakuha namin sa college. Okay, so
Mm-mm.
hindi ko alam yung ipapayo ko doon sa mga iba ang kukunin. Pero doon sa mga kukuha ng education, hello future teachers, yung mga may balak kumuha ng education dyan, siguro ang may papayo ko lang ay be prepared and practice your public speaking skills. Kasi pagdating sa college, dahil kayo ay magti-teacher, halos lahat ng subjects niyo ay reporting, 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 reporting. So, ikaw, bilang magti-teacher, kailangan mong hasain ang iyong public speaking skills. Yun yung payo na maibibigay ko doon sa mga mag-e-educ. Ikaw, JD, doon sa mga mag-e-educ, anong maipapayo mo?
Ano ba? Sa mga magiging guro, no, maging ano kayo, tandaan lang din palagi na ang pagtuturo ay hindi lahat mula sa utak. Ito ay mula sa puso. Kaya unang-una mong gawin pag pinasok mo ang kursong pagtuturo, mahalin mo ang kurso.
Yes.
Mahalin mo muna. But in general, I think no, sa mga incoming, sa mga gusto nilang kuning kurso, sa mga nangyayari ngayon sa lipunan, sa ating society, in whatever course you take, make sure that the course that you are taking or program that you are taking is not only hindi lang dahil passionate kayo doon, kundi you want to contribute to the body of knowledge, you want
Yes.
to contribute to the society,
Yes.
not just for yourself or your family, hindi lang yung para may ahon mo sa hirap ang pamilya mo. That's good. But of course, it would be nice if you think generally, if you think long term that you want to contribute to the country and of course to the world.
Yes.
Diba? Freshman pa lang to the world na agad.
Yes, of course. Siyempre, kailangan may mindset na tayong ganon. Kailangan yung mindset natin agad mataas. Kasi kung mababa lang yung mindset natin, hanggang doon lang yung maaabot natin. So as much as possible, you need to aim high. Totoo yung sinasabi nila, aim high. Yung mga challenges sa buhay natin, nandyan lang naman talaga yan eh. But it's up to you whether na kung magpapa-apekto ka ba sa challenges na yon or you will follow through and you will malalagpasan mo lahat ng pagsubok sa buhay. Okay. Now, let's move on to the fourth question. JD, why don't you read this one?
Fourth question. Ano ang pinagkaiba ng college sa high school? Malaki.
Yeah.
Malaki ang pinagkaiba.
Totoo. Malaki. Malaki ang pinagkaiba ng college sa high school. So, siguro, tignan natin sa pagtuturo. Again, sabi ko nga earlier, sa high school kasi, 'di ba parang nagtuturo si teacher, talagang turo siya, lecture ganyan, activities ganyan. Pero sa college iba. Yun nga, tulad ng sabi ko, may mga prof na inaasahan niya na alam niyo ng lahat. At magtatanong lang siya at magtatanong at doon siya kukuha ng grade. So ikaw, self-study ka. And don't get me wrong, yung mga prof na ganun, I actually appreciate those kinds of professors. Siyempre, nung estudyante ako, hindi ko sila na-appreciate kasi hindi nga sila nagtuturo. Tanong lang sila ng tanong sa room. Pero nung ako naging teacher na, mas na-appreciate ko yun. Alam mo kung bakit? Kasi na-discover ko, nung pinag-aaralan ko sa sarili ko, yung topic na yon, mas natandaan ko siya kaysa kapag tinuturo sa akin. 'Di ba? So nung nag-self-learning ako, mas naalala ko siya, ay oo nga no, ito nabasa ko to before. Ganyan ganyan. Pero kadalasan yung mga tinuro sa akin na nanggaling sa prof, sinabi lang sa akin, ang dali kong nakakalimutan. Okay? So appreciate your professors. Kung ano man yung ginagawa nila, alam nila yung ginagawa nila. Okay? And then, siguro yung isa pa, yung project, isang pinakamalaking pag nagkaiba ng high school at college, yung project. Kasi sa high school, di ba, yung mga project painting, slogan, ganon. Sa college, hindi. Term paper, reflection paper, case study, lahat. Papel, 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 papapel. Okay, wala. Tapos na yung mga araw na bring bring one whole bond paper and coloring materials. Wala nang ganun. Lahat pinag-iisipan, lahat intellectual, lahat cognitive. Sobrang papel, 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 papel. Ikaw, JD, anong masasabi mo?
I like to comment on dun sa pagtuturo. Ang mga teachers kasi sa basic education, you are bound to follow the recommendations of DepEd, right?
Yes.
And you have also standardized tests.
Yes, meron.
For college kasi, for university, merong meron kasing tinatawag na kapangyarihan ang mga professors na frequent na naaabuso. Ang tawag sa power na yun ay academic freedom.
Yes, academic freedom.
Okay. So dahil doon naapektuhan yung pinagkaiba ng pagkatuto at ng pagtuturo at pagkatuto sa college at sa university, kagaya na nabanggit ni Randolf kanina. Na dahil doon, iba-iba ng strategy yung mga teachers natin, iba-iba ng styles. Don't get me wrong sa nasabi kong abuso kanina, may mga nag-aabuso naman talaga. Pero may mga teachers kasi iba-iba ng technique, pwedeng problem-based, bibigyan ka nila ng problem, sagutan mo. Hindi lang yung yung problem set. As in, pwede ka nilang bigyan ng example, social science. Magbabanggit si professor ng social science issue na problem, ano yung recommendations mo doon?
Oo.
Hindi na yung pag sa araling panlipunan sinasabi nila. Ngayon, tuturuan ka talaga nila kung paano mag-isip, kung paano mo iisipin, kung ano nga ba yung isasagot mo. Kasi dahil nga sa technique or strategy ni professor or ni teacher or ni instructor sa university. Pangalawa, of course, the environment is different from high school and college. Environment is very different. Of course, nandyan pa rin yung classmates mo, nandyan pa rin yung teachers. But because iba na yung approach ng pagkatuto at pagtuturo, nag-iiba na din yung atmosphere ng college sa high school. Tapos, ano pa ba? Student engagement.
Yes.
Student engagement is dependent kasi magkaiba yan sa college and high school. But generally, mas depende kasi depende sa university, may mga block sections, diba? May mga hindi block sections. So, magkakaiba din eh. When you enter college, iba siya sa high school, tapos pagdating sa college, iba-iba din per college and universities ng bit-bit na May kanya-kanyang identity ang bawat university and colleges.
Yes.
And it's very different from high school.
Yes. And malalaman mo lang yon once you're there. Okay. And
yes.
I want to add something doon sa sa academic freedom. Kasi one big difference from sa high school sa college, kasi ganito, this is the real thing. Sa high school, sa high school, makakapagreklamo ka sa grades mo. Okay? Pwede kang magreklamo sa teachers mo bakit ganito lang yung grade ko, ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. Pero, pagdating sa college, pag nagreklamo ka, pagtatawanan ka ng prof. Kasi nandun nga yung academic freedom nila. Okay? So,
Yes.
may, hindi ko naman sinasabi na hindi mo dapat ilaban yung grades mo. Kung alam mo naman na na dapat may mas deserving kang grade, then why not? Ipaglaban mo. Basta dapat may pruweba ka. Pero kung yung lalapitan mo lang yung prof mo na, Sir, ma'am, bakit ganito naman binigay mong grade? Pagtatawanan ka nila. Okay? Hindi siya tulad ng high school na ang daling magreklamo sa teacher ng grade.
Oo.
Okay, so anything to add for our fourth question? Wala na. And, we're at our last question. The last question from Facebook. Medyo nakakatawa to. Magkano po ang kwek-kwek?
Magkano ba kwek-kwek?
No time natin, magkano ba ang kwek-kwek? Naalala mo nung lumalabas tayo every afternoon para bumili ng kwek-kwek? Magkano yun?
Sure pero dos pag buo, yung buo.
Oo, di ba? Dos, tres yata yung
Oo. Yung buong itlog.
pugo-pugo. Oo. So, magkano yung kwek-kwek? Nung panahon namin tres, ilang taon na yon? That was 2 years ago. Ewan ko kung nagtaas na ba ang presyo ng kwek-kwek ngayon. Malay mo 5 piso na pala, hindi ko alam. Pero nung panahon namin, tres yung natatandaan ko.
I think this is a good way to topic din about food.
Yes, food.
Maghanap kayo ng murang kainan sa school, around the university, or paglabas ng university may mga kainan dyan. Kasi minsan mahal yung nasa loob ng school.
Totoo yun.
So, since tips naman to for college, no, paglabas din naman ng school, may mga malalapit na kainan dyan. May mga sikat na kainan bawat college. Like, pag nasa along PNU, TUP, Adamson, Santa Isabel, yan, sikat dyan, Sanmar.
Yes, Sanmar. Ano nga ba ang Sanmar? Yung Sanmar, isang street yon ng puro karinderya. And meron silang yung mga student meals na 20, 35, 45, may mga ganun.
Mura na.
Mura na. And siguro kasi, sa college kasi, coming from an SUC and coming from a tight budget or yung umaasa lang sa scholarship, kailangan natin matutong kumain doon sa mura pero sulit. Kailangan nating maghanap ng mga makakainan natin na sulit. Hindi naman masama yung kumain kayo sa SM once in a while, pero kung araw-araw kayong magpa-fast food, hindi magkakasya yung stipend niya sa scholarship.
You're going to end up broke.
You're going to end up broke. So, kailangan makahanap kayo ng makakainan na na sulit na, pero mura. Marami dyan yung mga student meal, student value meal. May gulay na, may karne na, may kanin na. 45, ganon.
Madami yan, even if you're in UP, along the UP campus, may mga mura din sila doon. Saan ba? Sa Lasal, mura yung Agno sa Agno.
Talaga ba? Yung Agno, hindi natin afford yun nung college tayo. Nung nagkatrabaho lang tayo, afford natin.
Pero mas mura na siya kaysa sa nasa loob.
Totoo yun. Mas mura na siya kaysa sa nasa loob. Pero
yeah, siguro yun yung tip na kasi food is also important. Kasi bawat schools din pala may kanya-kanyang delicacy na food na parang
tulad sa PNU. Ano ba ang delicacy ng PNU? Yung mga pancit combo.
Pancit combo. May mga combo yan.
Pancit combo, yung cheesy potato. Sa PUP, sa Polytechnic, meron silang tinatawag na yung hotdog sandwich na may itlog and everything. Nakalimutan ko
din yun
tawag
pero natin ko din yun.
Ano nga ulit yung tawag doon? So sa mga nakakaalam, i-message niyo sa amin. Ano nga ulit yung tawag doon sa hotdog sandwich ng PUP? Okay. Ikaw, Jaydee, bilang nagtatrabaho sa PUP, ano ang inyong delicacy?
Sa Sa TUP Manila, hindi ko alam. Siyempre, ang TUP Manila, Sanmar lang din yan. Nandyan lang. Sa TUP Taguig, I think, iba-iba sila eh. Iba-iba ng gusto yung mga bata.
Pero ano yung pinaka-popular na ano, na pagkain sa inyo?
Ano, hindi popular na food, popular na tindahan.
Oh,
Laging
sige.
sinasabi ng mga bata. Okay lang ba sabihin ko yung mga pangalan ng dalawang tindahan na laging sinatanong kung kaninong tindahan yan?
Hindi, siguro
Yun,
banggitin mo na lang kung ano yung tinitinda nila.
ah, mga ano lang din, mga regular meals na may um, egg, ganon, may mga I remember, Pansit Canton. Yun naman
Pancit
talaga,
Canton.
Canton, yun yung kinakain ng mga taga-TUP na estudyante. Yun lagi ko nakikita.
Well, ang Pancit Canton naman talaga ay ang best friend, isa sa mga best friend
College.
ng mga estudyante. Okay? Mas lalo na yung siomai rice. Isa yun,
So,
yung siomai rice.
ayun, kaya mahalaga din yung food sa college. Pag freshie ka, hanapin nyo yung mga kainan. Kasi nandoon yung mga kwentuhan, nandoon yun. At saka be friendly with the vendors, ha? Be friendly with the vendors.
Yes, be friendly with the vendors. Talagang, um, just be friendly with everyone.
Yeah.
Kailangan lahat. Okay, maski nagtitinda sila, or nagpapaserox, yon
Yeah.
importante rin pala sa college. Huwag niyong ibubuo ang pera niyo. Kailangan niyo ng barya. Kasi marami kayong ipapaserox. Babayaran niyo yon.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay? So,
Okay. So, lastly, siguro magbigay na lang tayo ng mga takeaways natin. Kasi dumaan din naman tayo sa pagka-college. Ano yung mga takeaways mo, JD, nung ikaw ay nasa college pa?
siguro lang, mabilis lang na run through, no? Ang mga takeaways ko first is, una, find your turf, find your zone. Ano nga ba, sa mga subjects na iti-take nyo, alin dun yung mga magugustuhan nyo? Alin dun yung magiging specialization mo, yung mabibit-bit mo talaga? Next is make friends and join organizations. Join organizations, it's good. It will help you build your social life also. Sa panahon na wala kang makausap kasi puro aral, nandiyan yung mga organizations. May mga org people, may mga estudyante na BS organization na kasi puro org, no? Make friends kasi yung mga makikilala mo sa college, whether you are in block section or not block section, they will be your connections also when you finish or when you graduate college. Sila yung magiging resource people mo, sila yung mga pwede mong kontakin kapag kailangan mo ng ganito, kailangan mo ng ganyan, no? But more than that, the relationship that you can create with these people. Don't cram and don't overstudy. Gaya ng sinabi kanina, huwag niyong hayaang magtambak lahat ng aaralin niyo o lahat ng ipapasa ninyo. Ipasa ang dapat ipasa, unahin ang dapat unahin. Don't overstudy din. Study wisely. Huwag niyong patayin yung utak mo, sobrang aral naman, no? Unplug sometimes and then reconnect. Yung kapag kailangan mo ng break, take a break. Yun siguro yung isa sa pinaka natutunan ko, no? Because I joined a lot of organizations in and outside the university, nagpa-pile up sila. Do not let it pile up. Take a break. And then after a break, come back. And lastly, siguro, natutunan ko in college is that love your friends and of course, love the university, the school, embody it, bit-bitin mo when you graduate from the portals of the school, bit-bitin mo yung pride and identity mo na I am from this university. And love your teachers. Mahalin nyo yung mga guro ninyo kasi naging bahagi sila ng buhay ninyo.
Yes.
Love your school, love your teachers, love your friends.
Siguro
Kasi
ang masasabi ko dun sa sa love your teachers. Yes, kasi most likely yung mga professors nyo yung magiging parang mentor nyo sa buhay, mentor nyo.
I
ah
have my own life coach.
Yun,
Diba?
parang magkakaroon ka ng sarili nyong life coach. And minsan magiging nanay or tatay nyo sila. And then that kind of relationship, that kind of bond is unbreakable. Parang babalik-balikan nyo sila kahit tumanda na kayo or kung saan man kayo dalhin ng tadhana, maalala at maalala nyo sila.
Yes. And lastly pala, apart from love your teachers, of course, ang life coach ko, si Ma'am Vic Marie Camacho. Hello, I hope you are listening. Thank you po for making me your student assistants and your
Yes.
mentee. But more than loving your school, loving your teachers is, of course, ito yung naging sandigan ko, having faith in God. No matter what you believe in, this is my takeaway. I personally thank God for putting me in that university. Diba? For putting me in PNU.
Yes. Ako naman, siguro mga takeaway ko, una-una, don't be scared to ask for help. Okay? Sa panahon ngayon, uso na ang collaboration. One big tip for you to survive college is collaborate. Okay? Huwag kang matakot na humingi ng tulong kasi may mga tao talaga na meron silang specialty. Doon sila magaling. Okay? And then, aminin natin sa sarili natin, hindi naman lahat ng bagay ay magaling tayo. So, kailangan din nating humingi ng tulong dun sa mga taong skilled or kung saan sila magaling. And at the same time, reciprocate. Kung magaling ka sa isang bagay, then do others a favor. Tulungan nyo rin sila kapag humingi sila ng tulong sa iyo. Okay. Second, form strong bonds with your colleagues. Your friends in college are your friends for life. Okay? Yung bonds nyo na mabubuo sa college, pangmatagalan yan. Okay? So, you need to form strong bonds with your colleagues sa mga kaklase nyo sa college. Okay? Kasi they would be your family, especially kunwari galing kayong probinsya, and then mag-aaral kayo sa malayong lugar, example, luluwas kayo dito sa Maynila, your colleagues or your classmates will be your second family. And then, paghuhugutan niyo sila ng lakas and everything. And masaya kasi yung meron kayong strong bond within the group or within the class. Okay. Next is, siguro, don't be afraid to explore. College is a time for you to explore your passions, your talents, explore other environments. Because every time you explore, every time na lumabas ka sa comfort zone mo, marami kang matututunan. Okay? Sa high school kasi medyo restrained pa eh. Okay? Medyo pigil pa. But now that you're in college, you have a bit of freedom. Use that freedom wisely. Okay? And when I say explore, don't get me wrong ha, don't explore bad things. Don't explore yung mga masasamang bisyo. Hindi yun ang ibig pagsabihin ko. Ang ibig pagsabihin ko, you get out of your comfort zone. Go to a new place. Try out new stuff. Okay? Or kaya, try out new things. Naalala ko lang, nung college, meron kaming art appreciation class. Meron kaming tinatawag na na art day. Okay, so yung art day, parang required kaming gumawa ng something na hindi namin usually ginagawa. So we go out, ganyan. Pwedeng magkasama kayo, pwedeng may kasama kang iba, or pwedeng mag-isa ka lang. Yan. So marami akong natututunan doon. Okay, so go to a museum, makipag-friends ka sa mga ibang tao sa ibang university. So explore. The world is your oyster. Yun nga yung sabi niya. And lastly, have fun and go out. Okay? Hindi yung, sabi nga ni JD kanina, hindi rin maganda yung aral ka na aral. You need to have fun. You need to enjoy. College is also an experience. Okay? And it's an experience that you will never forget. Okay? So don't forget to enjoy your time in college. Kasi kung ang course nyo 4 years or 5 years, I'm telling you, lilipas yan ng mabilis. Parang darating na lang kayo sa punto na ay tapos graduate na pala ako. Ay tapos na ako ng college. Parang sana punta yung panahon. So enjoy every last bit of it. Okay. Do you have
Yes.
anything more to say, JD?
Um, I think that's it. I just want to emphasize that when you enter college, when you step inside it, fall in love with it.
Yes, exactly. Fall in love with it. Okay, and that brings us to the end of our podcast. I hope you enjoyed listening. I hope na marami kayong matutunan dito sa podcast na to. At sana nakatulong kami ni JD sa mga incoming college
Sure.
students. Okay, so sa mga Frosh. Okay, so all the Frosh out there, good
Luck.
luck. Kaya niyo yan. Do your best and have fun. Good night, everyone.
God bless.
Okay. Stop recording in 3, 2, 1.